Hi folks, this is the day 31 of my content creation and I have completed my 30 days content streak of creating YouTube videos continuously and providing long form value. So this is the day 31 I would say, and today what I have done, I have prepared one starter kit for you guys. I have worked on MCP protocol, I have worked with MCP servers and I have integrated that into my Next.js application. But that was all for the personal use. Now today I'm going to give you the open source starter repo to get started to make sure that your Next.js application also provide MCP server so that your customer can hook up into ChatGPT connectors or Cloud connectors. So I have prepared the demo as well as I have prepared the architecture diagram of how this application works. So before going to the application, let's just see how our application looks like. So this is the actual, if I go to the localhost 3000 page, and you will see that my item is getting compiled. Once it is compiled, I will see the application. And here you can see I have the pricing component in the bottom, and you can see it is loading the customer state right now, whether that customer is subscribed or not. If not, it will say get start monthly plan or get yearly plan. If the customer is not signed in, it will show get signed in to get started, something like that. So you can always customize the CTA in your SaaS when you are launching it. So if I go to start monthly plan, it will create a checkout, and I am using Polar as my payments gateway. This is one of the beneficial way for developer to use Polar, because Polar provides many API endpoints, so you don't have to manage database on your own for payments related information. So whenever someone signs up into my website, a Polar customer care ID is already created in Polar's page. So if I give my email ID from which I have logged in, it will automatically link it to that same email ID. So you can see this is how it can be done. And if I go back, and if I go to app, if the user is not subscribed, so we are using our layout to actually block all the app related route. So you can see you have to get the premium access, otherwise it is showing the overlay. So this is how we are blocking. And if I go to the cursor connectors, so if I go to settings, and if I go to tools and integration, right now you can see there are 12 tools enabled. So what I will do, I will first of all delete my Twitter MCP from here. Okay, so I will just delete it first, and you can see there is no Twitter MCP in the tools and integration page right now. Okay, I will just, okay, so we'll just pm dev again. Okay, and if I go to MCP JSON and if I give now you can see Twitter MCP is there and it is loading tools, and you can see it is loading tools. My API transport is getting compiled, and you can see there are 12 tools enabled, but this is shown to what customer has logged in earlier. So if I just do log out, and now if I do login, so you can see it is giving authorization server and it is showing login is needed. So if I go to login, and if I come here, it has already redirected to me. And if I go here, and you can see we are fetching the details of customer, and you can see 403 error was given. MCP access was denied for user because there was no active subscription found. So this is how we are blocking that customer from MCP server, and we are blocking that customer from our app layout. So there is no backend access and there is no front end access. Both are blocked because we have not purchased any subscription. So if I had purchased any subscription, it would have gone to API MCP route, and it would have said that we have the ID. So what I will do, I will log out. So okay, while recording this video, I have found one issue that we cannot actually log out when we are using app MCP. So I have to figure out a way to log out. So we will just make sure that we will use logout functionality. Okay, so what I will do, I will just clear the cache so that I'm automatically logged out. When I will be giving this GitHub URL, I will make sure that logout functionality is there in the app itself. So we are logged out, and if I go to the localhost, so we are here, and if I go to app, it will say me to, okay, we have not cleared the cookies as well. Okay, now it should work. Let's see it is working or not. And yes, it has gone into the login page. So now if I do continue with Google, I will log into my account which is already subscribed to the Polar Payments Gateway. And now you can see the default theme is taking the system theme. If I want to change the theme, I can change the theme as well. So first of all, I will change the theme so that you can view all the features successfully. So you can see it is right now compiling everything. So since my ID was already successful, like customer street was there, so it is compiling the Twitter routes. So it is fetching all the details. So once it is compiled, now it should show. So you can see everything was done, every route was called, and our page is loaded. And you can say everything is there. But first of all, I will make sure that my settings page. Okay, we have logged in again, like the page is reloaded again. Now if I go to the settings page, first of all I will change the theme to white light theme. Now I will again go to dashboard, and you can see this is already logged in. So this is how the logged in page look like. I will have OAuth setup, communities, profile settings, manage subscription, and sort of things like it. So right now I'm in monthly plan, and if I want to cancel the subscription, I can cancel the subscription. If I want to go to the customer portal to get me invoice details or something like that, I can do that too. So you can see everything is there in the subscription management. Now let's go to the Twitter. So for again we need to log out because this was logged in for different user. Now we have logged out, and now again it is calling the authorization server, and now we will log in. It has moved us. Now you will see that it is calling the IDs, and you can see 200. That means our tools will be enabled, and you can see all the tools are enabled. So that means if I am logged out, that is wonderful. And if there is no subscription, it will say log out. And also there are two issues which I can see right now, and that is I don't have the logout, and if the subscription is ended for that customer, what to do in that scenario. So before calling any tool, we need to make sure that our subscription is active. So we are right now using cache. If you don't use cache, then also it will work. And now I will show you the code. How am I actually verifying? So you can see before we are processing any request, the first thing which we are doing is that we are doing security validation, and that is checking the subscription state. If there is no subscription, we will just return that MCP access denied for user. So this is the first thing we are doing. We are not returning MCP handler in the first attempt. So even if the customer is logged out, even if the customer has ended his subscription, we will just return this type of error before processing any subscription. So that is the final check we have done, and the logout option we have to do. And this is the actual implementation. Like now user can come, and this is the example which I wanted to give you. You can obviously change it with your example, and you can launch it with your own name, your own functionalities. But this is what a Twitter scheduler looks like. So user will come, give their client ID and client secret from the developer portal. So every user will get their own developer portal credentials in the free app version. And again, this is again hard coded, where I have to give my own base URL here in this particular callback. And once this is and once this is done, they can then set up the connect account, and after they have connected account, they can post tweets from this server. So it comes with a stash URL like the scheduler, Redis for all the cache related info, and for Postgres we have NeonDB. So this is the functionality you can do. You can go to the env example to see what are the things are required. And for again, for data storage, we are using Cloudflare. So this is a perfect way to get started with Next.js, get started with MCP, get started with S3 storage. We have for email, we have Plunk set up. So for transaction emails and marketing emails, you can use Plunk. For MCP server, again, we are using Next.js MCP adapter, like versus MCP adapter. We are using Google sign in. We are using Polar for our payments. Again, we are using QStash and Upstash for our everything related to scheduler and like temporary database and for caching. For Postgres, we are using Neon database. You can use any Postgres like Supabase or something like that. Again, for authorization, authentication, sort of things like everything related to auth, we are doing through better auth. So this is the better auth item. Again, we have the next public app URL, and this is the environment. If it is development, we are making it development. If it is production, we are making it production. So technically this should be sandbox. And again, this will go into your update. I will merge it into the main and you will get the GitHub repository. So in the description, you will get the GitHub repository, and this is the ultimate starter template for MCP server as a SaaS. So you can go it, clone it, use it. It comes with a MADI license, and this is it. This is it. Yes. So I will see you in the next video, guys, with another item, with another application, with another SaaS. And this is the series getting ended with MCP related videos. So see you in the next videos. And don't forget to check out the playlist if you haven't watched it. I have completed all the things related to MCP OAuth, MCP servers, MCP explanation videos. Like I have whatever I have felt it should be covered in videos like MCP checklist before going to production. Everything is covered in one piece of video, so you can watch to the playlist and see whatever suits you. And once you are done with it, you will be an expert like me who can launch MCP SaaS for their customers. So see you in the next video, guys. Bye.